Good morning, everybody. Welcome to ABC123Trader. Today is April 25th, 2022. It's about 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And today is going to be an educational video. And we're going to take a look about not only NinjaTrader, but what I look for in futures. Okay? So let's go to our risk disclaimer here. So all forms of trading carry a high level of risk, so you should only speculate with money that you can afford to lose. You can lose more than your initial deposit and stake. Please ensure your chosen method matches your investment objectives. Familiarize yourself with the risks involved and necessary seek independent advice. U.S. government required disclaimer. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Trading financial instruments of any kind, including options, futures, and securities, have large potential rewards, but also large potential risks. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them. In order to invest in the options, futures, and stock market, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Alrighty, let's get into this thing here. Is that the screen I want? No, I want the other screen here. There we go. Alright, good morning, everybody. Mr. Mike here. It's Monday. I was going for a walk and was getting an email this morning. And one of the NinjaTrader users were asking, says, you know, I've been trading for quite a while, still struggling. I get it. And especially today's times, it's so volatile, and you're thinking, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and you feel like you're just beating a dead horse over and over and over again. And so I'm going to show you what I see, and this is education, so you can really grasp what to look on the futures market. But the first, and I'll get into the details here. Just remember, if you're trying to figure out how to use NinjaTrader, you can also join the Discord and download all the indicators on trial, so you can try everything out. Because what I'm going to be showing you today are some of my templates that I use, and I should upload them on the Discord. It's been such a long time. It's been a crazy year this winter, so and then we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do, first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be creating a blank chart for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new chart. Actually, what I should do is I'm going to move this right across here so you can see. I'm going to create a new chart, a NASDAQ chart, okay? You can use, we'll just keep it for here. Right now I'll show you an Renko chart, but what I need you to do is I'm going to create a couple of charts here. And because of the market, it's been so crazy, partially with the war. There's just too many tangents going now. Election season's coming, midterms, all this stuff for the U.S. side. Well, especially talking about U.S. side here, because this is what we trade. What you have to realize is you always have to look as a this just right. I hate when there's noise on there. Is that weekly? Okay, so let's just turn all this off for now. And is that on daily too? No, just only a weekly, go figure. Okay, so what you have to realize is you have to look at the big picture, guys. I know we're day trading, we're just getting these shaves, but you also have to take in consideration the direction. And this is what a lot of day traders, they don't look at the big picture. So what I've created here, just a simple blank chart, no indicators, no nothing, is look at the monthly chart, look at the weekly chart, the daily chart, and see where the energy is. Now, as you can see, since the whole many years, market's going up and up and up and up and up, and of course we can do quite well. But now we're getting into the big point where she's starting to turn over. So when I look at it, and I use Fibonacci's, I'm a Fibonacci lover by far because it's all about harmonics. But when you look at it in a big macro, it's just think you're sitting on the moon and you're seeing which way the Earth is spinning and all that stuff. You're seeing it from so far away. This is what you need to look at. And what you can see here, just even on the monthly, push down and you can see the couple of resistance points and it's trying again. So basically what you do right in the beginning, just put your support and resistance right there. We know where we are. You can see where the big institutions are playing. Is it possibly going down? No, probably. But we don't know yet. And the phases, they do work, but it's the phases, like when we get into the indicators now, the phases they do work, but you have to look at the big picture. So when you have that done, and you're starting to look at, okay, look what's happening every week, you can literally see in the long term, because the banks have all the money in the world, well, guess what? The pattern, the rhythms are still there. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on all charts. And let's lock this one here. And as you can see, here we go again. So where you saw it hit here, it hit here. See, daily's a little bit higher with the extremes, but that's fine. I don't care. I mean, it's give or take from long term to short term or monthly, let's say. So we know we have an area where it could pop down or it might vibrate until it starts breaking this trend line. So now we know when we get into these zones, this is where we've got to say, wait a minute, we hit our target. Wait a minute, we hit our target, and we're good to go. You can create channels and all that stuff, okay? But I'm not really overly, let me just move this out of the way here. I'm not really overly interested in that part, but I need you to get into that mindset, okay? So once you start seeing the big picture, now we can start adding some indicators, guys, and then we can go one step at a time. So, as you can see, the market's still crashing. We're at 200 points on the NASDAQ to the 13,000 level. Now, even before we can do that now, if you're trying to get to the big pictures, what we can do, let's see what these guys are trying to say to us. See, sell off. Fear factor, whatever, Deutsche Bank downgrade, and it's kind of weird because we're technically in a buy phase, but they're still trying to push here. So there's quite a bit of failures on the phases, but they're pushing. So we have to look what they're saying. Falls, slump. These are buzzwords to get your psyche going. So let's say, okay, let's see what these guys are doing. And then, so now they're pushing negative news, putting the fear factor in, trying to get a better price to buy, and then, or maybe the financials, these guys, maybe something is going to explode for us in a really bad way. We don't know. We just live day to day. That's why we're called. Day traders, guys. So. Hey Isham, how are you doing? I'm doing very well. Better say this, I am doing well. So basically what I'm trying to do here for today's video is educational purposes, because I got some emails. It's going to go from run this morning, and they're just frustrated, and I get it. So let's keep on going here. So next thing I'm going to do is, now we're going to go through some of the indicators, and you got to get to this mindset. So look how the market's happening. Ever since this Christmas, this is, the funny thing is, I actually pretty much shut down trading this whole phase here because I was so busy in volunteering, and then I'm starting to get back into it. And then in about 2-3 weeks I'll be back in Canada. Then it's a lot slower for me in Canada than in Mexico, so then I can actually start doing a ton more videos or education. So what I want to show you now And this is for some of the requests I was getting earlier. I'm just going to start now from top-down approach once again, but I created these templates just for the video today, 0, 0. And we'll go through all the indicators so you can understand. There we go. If you've been following me for a while, you'll understand what this means. Okay, now if you looked at it ever since, actually the last 3 phases have been good for me, but as you can see, the sell-off phase worked really well, buy phase came back on a bounce, sell-off work, and now look, we're technically in a failure of a sell-off, okay guys? And what this means is, this is where I always put a line in the sand of saying where my biases should be, the market's been going up, but there's a sell-off. For myself, or my best opportunity to trade is right on the line here. I am waiting and waiting. I mean, we could try to go for the rush. I like hitting bottlenecks, and I'm going to show you what I use with volume. What I'm going to show you with volume here, okay? And so, myself, I have 2 accounts, okay? I have my day trading account, which I will show you guys, and then I have a long-term account that I can go 24 hours a day so you can hold over with margin calls, and I use global futures for that one because I'm a Canadian, and as a Canadian, I can use that. So, but see, right now in global futures, I don't even have a trade in, because what I do, I put in my trade on the line, and if it goes, then it's making profit, and once I get some profit, I cut one and leave one at break even, plus, you know, just covering the margin costs. So basically, I did actually quite well, and then she blew up on me. So now I have no trade. That's on my long term. The other ones I've done quite well on the past 3 phases. So, but anyways, now let's go into it. So it's with your mindset, what you're seeing here, the energy is going down, okay? That's all you have to look at for saying, okay, what is this 1 bar? What is the energy so far in 1 bar? And you can take a look at it for an overnight session. It has moved 100, it's crazy, 183 points on Nasdaq. It's just insane lately. So, as you know, and if you look at the average, let's look at the average per day. I need you guys to understand this. What has the average been lately? 433 swings in a 24, I'm in a draw mode, okay. So I'm going to keep this going here. So 433, 476. What is it averaging? I actually had an average somewhere. 334, 353. Now let's look what our buy phase actually was supposed to be happening. 230, 4. So let's go 3, 350. Yeah, that sounds like a good number. And then we had some really 2 big explosions here. 6. So that was 2 days worth basically. 5, and right now we said 183. So basically we know we can go double the amount. So what you can do is from the top to the bottom, wherever she starts off, maybe we should figure out which direction it's going to go. You know, and try to figure out where those ranges are. And that's when I start using Fibonacci's, guys, okay? So now I'm going to remove all drawing objects for those things. Alrighty, and so the next thing what I'm going to do is, now let's close this chart because I'm trying to keep this because this is all education. Okay, so in the next chart what I'm going to do is, we've done this before, and I don't care if it's ES or whatever. Actually, Jose's back, he was in Vegas all winter, so Las Vegas movie actors, I tell you. So anyways, we're at I'm going to go 240 days. I'm going to go, let's say 180 days for now, I don't care, and I put it as 0, 1 for now. Okay, now what I use this for, and actually I should be showing you what the other indicators were. Let's focus on this baby here. Just for you to understand, getting mental pictures again. So I have the trend column original. Since Insurance Online, he wanted me to change something on there. So this is the trend column original. I have 2 order blocks and I have a time scanner. So the order blocks, one is, there we go. One is set for a 1 hour order block, which is a white color, and the other one is the current chart. So because I'm on a 240-minute chart or a 4-hour chart, it will look for 4-hour order blocks, okay? And the trend cloud, once again, is for bias, so we can understand and try not to deceive ourselves. We can always do the rebound back or going with the energy, one or the other. But I look for bottlenecks, that's what I love, okay? And then of course time scanner. And I set it to a 1 hour maximum allow because I'm in a longer time frame. So as you can see, looking from the top down approach, energy is strong, it's terrible. We know where our bottom line is here. Oh, I forgot to, we know where a bottleneck was. Let's put this here to lock this one too. Let me lock this one. Okay, so as you know, this is where the bottom is, where we were before of the worst case scenario. What was the low on there? 1240 actually, wow. So now what I will do is we had only a one really good phase bounce back and it was just transitioning and she boom, she just crapped the bed. Now we've got a lot of strong energy, guys. And if we look at the last one, well, this one was a really, really long movement. Now what we have to do, what I'm going to be looking for, quite faithfully now, I'm going to be looking, first of all, because she's so violent, this is actually, looks like she wants to retrace here. You can see, if you look at this, guys, this is 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll do the fourth one from there. What's the time starting? 1700 hours, 2200 hours. We're going to see where the vibration is for the return. But you can see resistance holding. Now they're doing a reversal here. We don't know yet. But you can see this is going to be a really good order block right here. 1, 2, 3. Look where all the volume is. It's just holding. And I have to check the news again to see if there's any news, let's say FOMC. I don't know. I haven't even looked at all that yet. But if what we've seen so far, when the times kicked in, the sell phases were a little more aggressive, buy phases were failing. This sell phase really kicked on, and this buy phase is holding. So this last buy phase went down and held, and then this one came down. This one looks like it's holding. Maybe go down and play around here. But this is the zone I'm going to be looking for, guys. I'm going to even put a region in here so you can understand. I'm going to be building up my area. Okay, that's an area I'm going to be looking at, 3,100 and 13,000 on the NASDAQ. And you can do this on YM, you can do this in all these different ones. Excuse me. And that's all I'm looking for in this zone here. But I'm building up my trading, what I'm looking for. And we have to see where the next support and resistance. And as you can tell, this is a longer term. This is because it dropped 1,000 points, I guess. Oh no, that was YM, I guess they were saying. But now we have an area of opportunity to come back up to here. Maybe even here, this old bottleneck, maybe it'll go boom and bounce down. We don't know. And we'll let them play. We're at 270, okay? And that's all I look for on this chart. That's it, nothing else, okay? So I'm going to close this chart. I wonder if that will close off this one. Let me just take a look here. Just curious. So, let's close that one. Let's put it back. Line's still there. Okay. So the next chart, I can't remember which one it is. So I know it's an NQ chart again because we're just going to an NQ. Probably, and maybe it's good 5 minutes. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go to 01, 02, 02, I think. No, 30 minutes. This is 30 minutes. There we go. Now, to give credit, and you don't need all these indicators, guys, but I'm just using this for mental pictures here so I can figure out what my game plan is. Loaded. Okay. So basically what I'm using, there's actually a lot of indicators on this one, but just so you can get an understanding See, I got tons. It's just an analysis one. This, I have the template on the Discord. This was a video from another guy that I liked his coloring and how to set up the order flows, these regions here. This blue, that was his video, so credit to him, I can't remember what it is. But what I have is market maker, market open, momentum panel, order blocks, volume bars, open, high, low, close, interband, VWAP and time scatter, tons, okay? Now what is the time scatter set up for? Just give me 5 minutes. Okay, so I just want to know a little faster frequency because I day trade. So basically what I want to see is, when I'm looking at these waves here, this is what I look for quite a bit now. When the waves start, I want to see if this negative energy wave hit hard, it's moving here, and you can see this wave is holding. This wave went down hard, this wave is holding. So when I'm looking at it, I'm trying to use partially of LU wave theory to look at it, saying, okay, wave 1, wave 2, maybe we have wave 3, or this could be, the wave 3 might be very little and the wave bounces up, okay? And that's what I'm looking for. And you can see, even here, there's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, maybe she's ready to go down, we don't know. But when we're looking at this, we know where our range is so far, okay, from high to low. This is overnight session, guys. So what you can do, you can do it as well. The high, if you don't, and the low, this is the area where they're looking at. But more so, when you're looking at that, we can actually drop it down to where the money is. That's where everybody's been playing, right here and here. So that's your region. That's the region you gotta watch out for. You can see the high volume, and even this is on this zone. I don't know, what was this on? Yeah, and then you can see where your 70% zone is. They're all playing on this level. We're right by the VWAP. We're ready to hopefully turn around. And then what I have here, overnight session, when I'm fine tuning everything, from here to here, I don't like it. It's a little too big for my liking right now. And we'll fine tune this a little bit more. Oh, that's terrible. Really? So let me see, 15 to 60, yeah, it's a 50-point zone. No, we'll have to fine tune it. But basically, this is where the market maker is. Market maker still at 50% of that. Okay, so this is where the market maker, where they're supposed to be, where all the volume, a lot of the volume was when it started up and fired down. So they might play here to work its way up. If she breaks through, then I will start looking, looking to the left, break off that. And when that happens, let's crunch this down. And see, here's a previous market maker with a lot of volume, and it looks like we can bounce off this and come down. I don't like this volume here. Look at this. This is not good. We had a wave of volume here. Maybe right here, or maybe right here. You can see it. The volume held, and right here the volume held. Ugh, this is ugly, ugly day, I guess, on that Friday. Yeah, it looks like it wants to curl up. I still think it wants to push down and fire up, but we'll find out. Okay? And that's about it. So what we can look at we got 20 minutes before 8:50. Okay. Yeah, this has been, let me see how it's been working. 3 o'clock worked well, this worked well, this worked well, this worked well, this was tight, but it did work. 710 went down and 850. 710 went down. It looks like it's first failure, guys. So maybe this 850 is going to be our big move, and then we got our 10 o'clock move, and then our 11 o'clock move. So we'll find out what's going to happen here. And she is breaking the VWAP going up. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways. So after I do this, the next thing what I'm going to be doing. Let's shut this down. Let's see where we are here. Now we're going to create another chart. I'm just doing one chart at a time. Keep it on 5 minutes. And so we went to this one, or there, this 30-minute chart. Okay, now we should be at the 5-minute chart. You really don't need this chart, but but I'm using it as an anchor to understand what's happening here. So now, when you look at the big picture, guys, now, wow, that's insane. South face came in a little late, never did a retracement. But if you can see where the baseline is, sell face kicked in, actually first thing in the morning on the 915 indicator, which is here. There's a lot of indicators on this one, you don't have to worry about it. But if you actually took that run for one and you could hold it for 2 or 3 days, she sold off, as we know, okay? So they're basically bottoming out, but now when you look at a big picture like this, well, where's the bottlenecks? Right here. You know, if it does come back, it's going to come back into the zone here where she's bouncing, right? Because you can see where the leg is, right? So they're going to come into this zone. This is where all the volume is. Next wave would be, you can even look to the left. So one was here, one was here. And the next wave possibly here, here. That's too much of a fade. Right here, and then this is craziness here and here. Like, you know, you just look at them. And look what's happening right now. The energy, this is really good actually. So she's holding. I would love to see it hit 13,000 right now. But as you can see, the baseline is squeezing up. It could be very, very choppy here in the morning. And then when she starts taking up, maybe we can get a curl up here, guys. And if you can see, there was a high volume marker here. And what these high volume markers is, which indicator was this? Let's see which one it is. I can't remember the name. Trend changer right here. So basically what I have on here is the market cycle, the levels, the day trend tracker, 915, the baseline, okay? And so what these two are signals is when there was a lot of momentum energy for a kickoff point, and guess what? It failed. So it tried and it failed, and this one tried and it actually failed, because this is supposed to be buying in and this was supposed to be selling off. So, and if you look at this selling off, look how this one worked. Boom. This is what you can use also for the line in the sand, if it goes properly. Let's see if there's a previous buy one. I think I only allow 3 or 4 in my software here. Ugh, ugly. Look at that buy face. Boom, out of there. Love it. Okay. So right now you can see she's building up. And now take a look at this, guys. Another thing. Control 3, we know there's volume there. So instead of killing yourself, let's just go like this. Volume point of control is 13,262. Hit. Put your horizontal line there. Let's lock this baby. Okay. We know where the volume point of control out of all that ugliness. Okay. If she breaks down, it will go back there. If she comes up, we know we can take a long. We're almost in that zone. But we still got a ways to go, and you know you've got resistance right here. Let me see, this resistance, look at this resistance right at 70%, and then we can work our way up. Remember, it's very volatile in NASDAQ right now. So we have our line in the sand, another line in the sand here. Let's go like this. I'm gonna change this. I'll just, because I don't like pink. I do that so I know what I want to look for which direction. So basically we know we've been selling off for 3 days. We know the majority of the energy is supposed to be on the sell side, but we're already halfway down, guys. So there has to be a retracement. Now if we do a retracement, now let's say if it goes 2, 3, 4. Let's look at macro retracement. Let's go for Fibonacci retracement from the macro, if it does work. 50% retracements right here, guys. And you can tell look where it hits, so it's within that area. Now if you go micro, see, there's nothing there. There's nothing even on the 30, 38, and 50%. Well, actually, technically there is. There was right here. That's where the 50, 61.8% retracement is, that big pop up here, at 13.5, which is another harmonic number. Okay, so now we're done this chart. We've got our another lines in the sand. So let's get rid of this chart. And then I'm getting down to the end here. Thank you. Let's go to, sure, I'll keep that at 5. I think it was still at 5. So let me see here. Daily, 2, 3, 4. I think we're right here now. Perfect. Alrighty. And this is partially Isham's too. This one he actually taught me on the wave, which I actually don't mind. Okay, so now what I'm going to be looking for is what I super rely on. Fortunately, Friday I didn't have it because it was Easter was the week before, so I didn't have anything on my trade map. So what I'm going to be looking for now, and you look how flat the VWAP is. So you could tell we already have our dotted line at 1262. Yeah, the big pink line, I believe pink line. But now let's see what the harmonics are doing. We're at negative 0.36, it went down to negative 0.9, so maybe it'll go back down here, or 1.27, we don't know. But this is what I'm going to be looking for, guys. I want to see this trade map today. We're on a 5-minute chart. Let's focus on this. Come on. I'm going to compare notes. These are a little off. But as you can see, there's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, there's still too many times I don't like. I will look at around 10:30 to 10:45, even though they're opposites, it doesn't matter to me. The ones I really like is 12:35, 12:40, or maybe 2:30, 2:35. Look at this, 15:55 are right matching, but that's end of the day, which sucks. So we could have a vibration day, we don't know yet. But these are the times I'll look at, guys. This is on the map, and I'm seeing correlations. This one, 10:45, I might have to look at 11:15, and then go from there. When they match up, guys, it fires really well, okay? Now, the other thing I want to show you is, what I use this for, in calculations. Wow, that's insane. Oh, this is 5 minutes. Let's put it to a 1-minute chart for now, guys. I think I use this for 1 minute, more so. Yeah, this is a 1-minute chart I use. Let it grind up here. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so there are some 10 times matching. Look at this, 719, 719, look at this, boom, okay? That's why I like it so much. 818, 817, let's line it up, boom, it went again. So that worked really well. 938, 939, okay, we can look at that if you want to go for high speed. The one I'm probably going to look at is 10 o'clock today when I'm going to day trade, or 10:30. Look at that, those two are matching up. Probably the 10:30 is the best one if you look at the trade map, okay? Depending which direction. So if we look at 1027, 1028, I can reverse it so you can see what it looks like. I should put an inversion on this one. Let's try it again. There we go. So if you look at the map, 938, 939, 956, 57, you can tell they're vibrating right for the 10 o'clock top of the hour. 1027, 1028, working so beautifully, and the rhythm is good. And then when's the next rhythm? Can I go farther? Maybe not on a 1-minute chart. Let's just crunch this up. So pretty much 230, 1541, 51, a little off. So those are the 3 times that are really lined up, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. Okay, so now what I also do, and I was having a conversation with Jose the other day, and I wanted to simplify things. Doesn't look like simplified on this graph, but it's just that I will look at this on two things. I want to see how fast she's going, because I'm on NASDAQ, so 10 points is actually quite smooth for me. Lately it's been going 50 points, guys, per minute. I don't even trade at 50 points a minute. That's just insane. It would be a rush if you can always guess right. I just say, whoa, back off, wait for it to set up. Okay? So I'll really look at this, and I know where my trade times are. So I mark them in a book, waiting for it. So I don't always have to constantly look at charts. Okay? And then I will look at, while I'm trading, once I get in a live trade, I will look at stop outs where there's potential where she's going to where there's possible resistance. And that's about it for this chart here. This is all I look for. But what I also added, I wanted to, yeah, it's still there. And I could almost turn off the next one. Oh, it didn't turn off. Just give me 1 second here. I gotta turn one off. There's one extra color I don't want. Do I have more than one volume bars here? This one has a lot of indicators. You can wipe down some of them. Actually, I don't even need VWAP on this one because I'm having. Let's remove that one. And I keep triggerfish third order flow square. Do I need square 9 on this one? I don't need square 9, but that's okay. I was doing something for somebody. Where am I? Volume bars. Why is it showing that color? It shouldn't show that color. Which page? Is that on the Williams? Maybe it's on the Williams. Let's check Williams here. Let's try that. Well, I'm just curious here. I think that was it. Just let it load up here. Or maybe I can turn off the other one. We'll test either one. There we go. We'll keep that off for now. So basically what I'm trying to say is I turned off all the colors as a regular momentum, and when there's super high volume, next super high volume, adding up the times, see how she's turning around? Boom, the way she goes. And now this is explosive energy, resistance, way we go. And then here, we don't know. And then what we'll do is, yeah, this one took off and we're already here. So this one hit high, came back down, the way you go. And what you can use this for is, especially during the day. This is overnight session, so overnight session is a little more tricky. But during the day, a lot of the times you're going to find this stop line just crashing it down. Okay. What was that? 13.3. Where did we go? 13.233. 262. Yeah. So we're just breaking a high range of the volume point of control. We're going to see this is stop volume here where you go down here, and the reason why it's stop volume because of one of the indicators. Let's just go back. That's previous low, I think. Yeah, prior low, which is another bounce. So we're going to wait for them to bounce it, come back down, maybe 850. We can go back in. And we're still moving 10 points a minute, so let them pull down. Okay? And that's all I use this chart for. I look for energy, these times, record them on my paper, and I'll look at stop out levels. I have it on the side, I just mark them to see where my targets are, and I'm good to go. Okay? And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll close that baby off. That's 5 charts. So that's basically all my major charts. And then what I'm going to do is I have a, let's go here, let me see what I have here for templates. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's YM. I think it's just, let's go 1 minute here. I think it's 5 data series save. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that one right now. I know which one that is. Let's go to, so I need, because I don't want to put 5 data series for now. Union Ranker T-bars. Right now I'm using, because of NASDAQ, 8, 20, and 40. It's crazy. Okay? And I don't know if it was 6 or 7. I think it's almost the same anyways. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. So now since I have my trade map and I've had some regions, did I delete my regions? I hope I didn't. I might have deleted the regions. Oh well. Doesn't matter. This is what I actually use for trading on top of it. And what I will do, we're at the 50% zone, but what I will look for, oh man, this is crazy. Very choppy right now. We know where the volume point of control is, and what I'll look for, high, low, the high and low areas, I'll mark them off, and then what I'll do, this here, see we're still in the 70% zone here, see, this thing's popping up, but what you'll find out, see how delta is moving up and volume is high? On the very first couple of minutes, first 4 or 5 minutes, you're going to see which direction it's going to go. I'll mark where all the average volume is, so F6. So what I'm going to do is I want to see where all those little volume spikes are constantly, like those little impulse moves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that one a little bit higher, 5, 6, 7. I'll find out where the average is. And then from that point forward, I could see there's a bottleneck here, we're breaking foundation, and now we're at institution markers. So it looks like it might turn around, but we know this is what the volume point of control is, the average one. They're saying it's a little bit lower at 56, I said 62. So within that zone, we gotta find out. This is too choppy right now for my liking, because look at this, it went red and then blue and then red and then blue and red and blue and red. And this is, remember, this is a 2040, right? So when you start looking at it, when it starts moving properly, perfect, 10 o'clock, boom, 10 o'clock move, she starts breaking down, away you go. Here, now you got, look at this, 10:30, 11:15, let's say, 11:15, look at my favorite time, she starts breaking down, away you go. And see how the volume was average? And then now the volume exploded? There's our momentum, guys. This is what I look for. I'll look for the path and the momentum. I also have the NinjaTrader block orders to see what the bias is. So they say it was trying to sell off, trying to sell off. It looks like it failed, went back probably where the old volume point of control was. Look to the left, trade to the right. So if I went control 3 here, take a look at all this ugly volume. It was a little bit, I was probably off. Let's go, let me see here. Let's do it properly. I'm just going faster. I want to see, hold on a second, oh, I'm moving it, I don't want to move it. From the peak to the peak, there to there. Actually, volume point control is there, right? A little bit higher retracement, 70% zone, there you go there, and that's where it's hitting. They like to do that 70 zone. So if you're more conservative, check out the 70, hit the point, and away you go. Okay. And basically that's what I look for trading. So what I will do, I turned off that chart. You know what, I'm gonna close all these now. I'll load up my crazy charts now. So my workspace, 3 charts. Actually, I can close that. And then workspace 3 charts. She's just gonna go puke, 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 puke. A lot of trades. Oh yeah, and I use this too, just to see what the order blocks are doing. And I also have right now, because of the volatility, I am doing YM now, because it's just too crazy. And with the YM, I basically, with all the other energy, well, sometimes they're opposite now with YM and Q. Actually, I could show that on that chart too. But let's see what YM is showing. Well, what's up here? She's ready to go up. Here's a little secret I found out in YM. When you see something like this, and you see this little jiggy right here, down, turn around, up. See how it looks like small volume, boom, big sell off. Turn around, that's your turnaround volume, away you go. It's a little thing I've been noticing. How I trade YM, I'm going to show you here. Oof, this one's still ugly too. It's usually a lot better. Let's see if I can find a better movement here. Let's see, 15, 16, I'm going to show you here. See how you're following the energy? What I look for is the super flat line on the blue, not the red. And when she starts turning red and she starts kicking in, I want to see if it fails, and away I go on this one. Same thing on here. This one broke it, came back in, punching out. Now to take a small trade like this. And remember, these lines, this is on quarters, so these are 50 tick moves. So right now, this is the big long line here. You can see right here. So it's been really choppy. It's this morning session too. So we have our high-low, previous low, and we're going into market maker. So I would use this as a target going up. If in the first thing in the morning, if it does take off. And then I'll watch where this volume point of control is. Let's see what I have. I have 2 line charts. Yeah, so you can see, look at this volume here, 719, boom, double top. Actually, I'm gonna mark this right now. This region highlight right there. So she was like, took off, boom, maybe she'll crash again, I don't know. I have to look at the trade map. See how ugly it is. A lot of volume stop out here too, so let's create a region here. I always go for extremes. Yeah, you can see tap once, tap twice. And let's go back. Previous close. Let's go back. Previous close. Wow, that was a big sell-off. Where are we? There's another market maker there. Oh, that was the one we were saying. And then the next level, you can see where high volume vibrated right here, boom, boom here. So I would do another region here. I don't have any stop outs, so whoops, wrong one. Like this. Done. Basically for now, and then the ones way up on the top there, you can see where the market open price is right here, just bouncing. This is the market open price from a few days ago. Other than that, that's all I want to show you on education. It's you have to look at the market. You got to look at it long term, guys. And it looks like it's still going to be drawing down for a while. If we break that 13,000 to 280 or whatever it was, or 242. Then we have to start seeing what these guys are trying to do. Yeah. Well, it sounds like office space. Yeah. So other than that, just make sure you pinpoint your trades, trade safe. The reason why I don't do live while I'm day trading right now is maybe because I have too many charts. I have to fine tune my charts so I don't get any lockups. I tried to do that a few months ago. So for educational purposes right now, it's fine. And then I should be throwing my videos up there. I only traded 2 days last week. One on Monday, it was a really good day, and then Friday I only did like $100 or something. It was just too choppy. I just didn't like it. And I had to actually drive north at a meeting. So other than that, you guys take care. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me at ABC123Trader. Other than that, or on the Discord. Take care and have a great day, guys. Ciao. Okay. I got